invest in yourself. So if you have to get on that flight, you know you can't afford it, to go meet that person, do it. If you have to pick up that phone call, email, basic stuff, real basic, answer emails. Answer emails, answer phone calls, make those emails, make those phone calls. Be aware. Be aware of who people are, know your business. If you're a hip hop guy and you don't know who if you're a Montreal hip hop guy and you don't know Muggs, you don't have to like Muggs, but you have to know who he is. Know who, if you're from Toronto, know who Bishop is, know who Drake is, know the people that's in your game. If you're a blogger, know all the other bloggers, know who they are at least. Know your business, know who is in your space, in your creative space. And also learn to say no. Don't say no to everything. Just because someone's offering you something doesn't mean it's always good. Don't always have to say yes to the first thing that comes to you. The first company that wants to work with you. The first person wants to give you something for free. The first person wants to do something for you. Learn to say no sometimes. Saying no sometimes has saved me so many headaches on just working with people, you know? And don't be a shit talker. Don't be the person that's like, hey man, let's build, let's do something, and you never follow through and you disappear. Don't be that person. If you're gonna say you're gonna build with somebody or you're gonna do something, do it. If you're busy, I understand, but don't be the person that's always like, oh yeah, let's connect, oh yeah, give me your card. And every business card you get, use it. Don't take a business card if you're not gonna use it. If you're in the metro or you're in an airport or if you're at McDonald's, if you ask someone for their business card and they give it to you, use it. Most important thing. You know, it might be something simple. Don't give out your business card or if you give out your business card, first of all, have a business card. And if you give out your business card and then people email you, you don't respond back, it's not a good look. And use every card you get for whatever reason. Because down the line, you don't know who's going to become who. I started off my career with working with brands and kind of building other brands. But I always kind of looked at myself as a brand, so I started working on building myself as a brand. I know it sounds weird to say that you're a brand, but I believe that every individual is a brand. Whether you're just a person working retail, or if you're working at a coffee shop, if you're working at McDonald's, how you present yourself is what's most important. So I started an online magazine back in 2004 called What's Good Magazine. It was really, I started with a partner of mine named Leslie Woods, and what we wanted to do, we wanted to kind of brand what was happening in our city of Montreal, really tell people what's good, what's parties, where to eat, how to dress, fashion, everything related to our lifestyle or our subculture. And you know, my whole goal was, you know, being from Montreal, I felt that it's cool to be a Montrealer, but I always had this kind of global citizen type of mentality, so I wanted to make it worldwide and global. So with my connections and resources, we started kind of just building it out to be this kind of international phenomenon. This is before the Hypebeasts of the world and before Heist Nabadis. And we just kind of, you know, brought our culture to the world. And a few years later, you know, I was still working in branding, working with brands, helping build some of the brands you guys love in Canada, and doing footwear design and creative. I started marketstore.com, which is what I do now. And it's part of a media company that I own. And I get to travel the world, meet a lot of cool people, and build myself as a brand so I can work with the brands that I like and appreciate. So it's not really about me, it's more about representing myself as a brand so I can collaborate with other brands to do interesting things. When Mo asked me to be part of this panel, I was kind of excited because, you know, branding is really, really important, and I get a lot of questions from people like, how do you do it? And I want to say that it starts with you being a brand first, no matter what you're doing. You know, if you're working in retail, and I worked retail back in the day, and someone walked into my store, and I represented myself as a brand, and he said, you know, one day I'm going to hire you. And eventually he hired me, and then while I'm in that organization, I built myself up to become this brand within the company, and then other people want to hire me and work with me. So no matter what you're doing, you are a brand. And you know, Sterling said something about it's about who you know, and I agree with that, but I also believe it's about who knows you. If no one knows you, then you know, a lot of people are like, oh, I know that guy. You go to a club, hey, I know the guy at the door. Then you show up at the club and the guy's like, I don't know you, and you can't get in, right? So the approach for me is always about who knows you. That's what's most important. I don't care who you know, who knows you. And the people that know you, that can vouch for you, that can co-sign you, and unfortunately we live in an industry where the co-sign is so important, that's how you grow and you become a brand within yourself, because people are like, I trust that guy, or I believe in that guy.